Hello, everyone. Will there be a tank battle in my Falcons mission? No. Honestly, I don't even really feel like advertising this fucking everywhere. I just kind of want to have a chill stream for like an hour or so. Audio should be good and everything. Also, holy shit, I forgot to make a post yesterday. We had 1.5 thousand subscribers, and now we're at 1.57 already, which is pretty lit. As always, I'll have you guys pulled up on my phone. I was thinking of advertising this in every channel, but I'm probably just gonna stream for like an hour, and everyone can pretty much just watch like the replay of this. I'm just gonna be making a mission, or at least I mean, I already kind of had an idea in my head. Oh god, performance-wise, I gotta turn this shit off. I gotta turn the splines off. There we go, much better frame rate. I had already kind of started a mission, didn't I? Yeah. Wait, I might just scrap that. This is a pain in the ass. Now I actually know I might need that mission. Can I do naval battles? You mean like make a naval battle map? Or like what? I could. But there's really not much to naval that I would have an idea. I am thinking about it for this mission. So I've had, since I figured out that we have the Baku coming, so Russia will have a carrier and VTOLs, I was thinking of making a mission that involves that on the Denmark map, considering that that is barely used. And the opposing forces would have a forestall, and I was thinking maybe I could plop in some naval spawns and stuff, because what is it? But the problem is this map is huge, and I also got to figure out the orientation, so I might as well just where'd it go? I'll just save it as the other mission. Okay, so that's the south. This is the north of the map. And the map borders are roughly there. Well. What is the new city map? I have no idea. I actually could not find it in like the actual mission. Like, I don't think Gaijin's actually made a mission for it yet. I think it's just an air battles map too. Doing something on this big of a map is a pain in the ass because of how fucking long it takes to go back and forth. All right, where I gotta fly up here. So that's, whoa. Oh my god, I hate that the camera does this in the CDK. It constantly flips back and forth. Drives me nuts. So that's where I had the airfield. I don't know how I want to do this, kind of. Do I think the USS Alaska will come? Oh yeah, yeah. The model is done, almost. They had it in the teaser. It was right in the back, or not in the teaser. Sorry, I think it was in the video they did on their YouTube channel the following day, or later that same day. They had showed off all like the dreadnoughts or something, and actually, no, yeah, it was in the video they were talking about the dreadnoughts, and you can clearly see USS Alaska kind of peeking in between all the dreadnoughts. They were hoping you wouldn't notice, but they were obviously messing with everybody. Now, I was gonna wait to do this until the patch went live, but I figured I'd just get it kind of started, and I'm only gonna stream for an hour. My mom will be home around 6 o'clock, and gotta help with dinner, and then yeah, so I'm just gonna stream. I wanted to actually do a podcast episode today and record it and do it like, you know, in post and then upload it tomorrow, and because I actually think I'm gonna probably go back to work again tomorrow morning. It's been really warm here, and it hasn't gotten really cold. I mean, it's 75 in New York in November, like the hell, but it's gonna drop down really cold tomorrow morning, so I'm probably going to go back to work. So I was thinking, oh, I'd just do a podcast episode and have that release and whatnot. But I was actually figuring to kind of like doubling this up as the CDK kind of live stream and a podcast, but I don't really feel like doing both. But I just figured just kind of generally discuss it. Yeah, the missions I'm making are available to play in custom battles, Frank. I don't like making single player user missions. It's not really. I mean, you can do cooler things. Like I had, as you guys probably saw, the Falklands map. The carriers actually have names of the carriers that served in that war, yeah, I guess it is war, not really a battle, but that war. And basically, you can give things that cannot be controlled by players unique names. And when we went and played it on the dev server, because the first dev server, the mission wouldn't work. It was a very buggy, unstable dev server. But the second one, we managed to get it to work, and it just changed their name to Ark Royal. They were both named Ark Royal. It just made the name visible rather than it being just like there. And it kind of bothered me because I'm like, I hope they don't break that, because part of I was trying to make the mission as immersive as possible to kind of remove the fact that it's like, it's literally the Saipan map. So I was trying to make it as believable as possible while using what I have at my disposal. But obviously it's either just a dev server thing or I don't know, but the CDK needs to be improved. You bought the Leopard L44 and can't start multiplayer custom missions. Did you just like download War Thunder? Because I'm actually pretty sure you cannot go into custom battles when you make a new account until you have like a certain amount of hours in game or a certain amount of battles. You actually have to play the game for a little bit. Also, yeah, the new patch is amazing. Honestly, I did that poll the other day, and everybody seemed to be really excited for the new engine, which I think for anyone who's played War Thunder for more than, I'd say, about 2 years, for anyone who's played since like 2017 or before, you would understand that. I don't remember what year they put in the Dagor 5.0 engine, but it wasn't really that much of a change. It mainly affected how ground battles looked with like puddles and stuff, but in terms of like the aircraft component to the game, it's looked the same pretty much since it did in like 2014, 2015. I mean, the lighting was changed and all that, but you know, it's never really been the same since. I think I might make 2 Bakus, because I was testing it out on the dev server, and it seems the Forrestal had 4 spawns, and same with the Ark Royal, no more than that. It would spawn 3 people at the catapults and the Forrestal, although there was actually 4 catapults, but it only showed 3, and then Ark Royal, I think, had 2 on the front and then 1 on the side and then 1 like right around the arrestor wires that would pretty much allow you to like taxi or whatever. And then I never tested out with Baku because none of my missions had it. So yeah, I didn't know. So yeah, I think what I'm gonna do. Another interesting thing that I found out when making missions is ships that are playable in naval battles are affected by water current more than the old ARB ones. So say I plop down something like Mogami, which you can play as a ship. See that this is the naval model Mogami. Now I believe there is a normal Mogami in the actual game. Maybe no, maybe it was something else. What'd you say?
It's been a game model for years. Just low res, looks like shit, and never fucking blows up when you hit it with a torpedo.
Yeah, I gotta find the. See, it's like all different named, but if I find the actual ARB one, it won't move in the water. So when I place down these spawns for the carriers, I have to have the ships so they don't move as much. Because for the Argentine side in the Falklands mission, the one destroyer that's behind the carrier slowly, although the match shouldn't last longer than by that time because I kind of set the mission and then went AFK, but it moved and basically scrapped into the back of the carrier and basically prevents you from landing because you'll just hit the mast. Huh, I can't find it. I don't know.
You also gotta love how the only battleships would have been in the game is like an American one and then the Yamato.
Yeah. Yeah, and Frank, the new clouds, I actually said that in Discord after the first dev server. The fact that War Thunder looks about as good as DCS now and doesn't have the problems plaguing DCS's performance was actually genuinely impressive to me. Also, this is the Chikugo. Oh, whoa. Does that missile launcher even work in game? I don't even know. Oop. Oh, it's got a little bow from the back. Sweet.
Well, I know some of the ships. Most missile launchers don't work, but there is like one ship what actually does like fire missiles.
Yeah, that's the thing about DCS is that I have a 2070, and it's the same thing with Arma. Those games are so ungodly RAM intensive that it doesn't even matter what GPU you have. You can have a 1060. Like my old computer had a 1060, and it about runs the same as my new computer over the years. Like it's stupid how crap it runs. And like VR, I mean, it legitimately, like, you know how screen tearing works? Like you kind of notice it sometimes in VR, specifically with my Oculus. DCS's VR cannot keep up. Like the game can't render my head turning quickly, like a normal head movement. It'll freak out and it'll tear the screen. Like it'll just screw everything up, and it's borderline unplayable and frustrating. See, these little PT boats is a problem because these little PT boats will drift everywhere. That's what's gonna annoy me.
Unless you set up like a specific path.
See, that's what I did with that Rising Dawn mission that I made. The first one. And it's kind of goofy. Might have to. I was actually gonna redo that one too some other time. Let's see. How come good seems to be cloudy? Like cloudy. Okay. Oh wow. A little bit more overcast. Wonderful. Awesome. The other thing too, I am gonna have to change the Falklands mission when the update comes out, because I mean, the new engine was great and gave me a performance boost, but holy shit did the ships in that kill my FPS. Like, it was kind of ridiculous.
That update with the new fucking how everything's gonna look is probably gonna fucking hurt a lot of people's computers. Yeah, well, Arrow is on a laptop and said that, or at least I think he's on a laptop, but basically has a potato PC, and he said he actually got a boost to his performance. Actually, I can just use these ships. These should be plenty. If I still had my old laptop, I would fucking, when the update comes out, launch War Thunder. But I should go now. That was running a 980 in it. I was getting maybe a 120 FPS, but I was on like medium.
Fuck. Oh, wrong thing. Also, I gotta hope that... Oh, that's way too far. Oh, no, that's not. It's hiding on the other side of the carrier. Baku is gonna be much bigger. I've been told that these carriers are, like the World War II ones, are to scale, but I don't believe that. I really don't. I've seen pictures of Wildcats with their wings folded, and you could stuff like 5 Wildcats next to each other with their wings folded, and you can't even have one with its wings unfolded. It's ridiculous.
Oh yeah, no, you see, you can tell they're not to scale when you play like air realistic, especially on fuck, what's the Japanese map? Fuck, what's the Japanese map where you have to take where it's the 2 islands, take off from it?
In War Thunder?
Yeah, in War Thunder.
You mean Saipan, or are you talking? There's Iwo Jima. The only Japanese maps I can think of are New Guinea, Saipan, Guadalcanal. New Guinea?
Yeah, New Guinea's been gone from the game for a while. That was the one where Japan had an air spawn.
That was so fucking broken. I remember I first got to jets when they added the R2Y2. I got to the P80 and I decided to play RB because I had never played RB before. My first ever RB experience was in the P80, and there was an R2Y2 air spawn and on top of like all their other airplanes, and I just like the P80s couldn't climb. And it was back before the buff, but like the only way you could gain altitude in the P80 was to what was it? It was to go straight and level and then boom, zoom climb. And even when you did that, the R2Y2, they had the air spawn, the bomber spawn, and they were above you no matter what. And then the J7s were, the J7s were in that matchmaking, and they would mop the floor with everything American. It was ridiculous.
Pacific Ocean EC map. Well, either way, the point I'm saying is when like you've got like 3 zeros on the end of an aircraft carrier can't fucking hold like 2 zeros on the deck, and the third guy is like pushed so far to the left, and he's like fucking on the edges. You
think 4 Spokonies are a bit overkill?
An entire fleet of landers? Nah. When your entire screen.
I bought the new Sashimi when it was half off because they were removing it from sale, and I always wanted that thing. And because they're gonna change up Naval, I was like, oh shit, like I kind of want that. I might just make them like Ognavoys or something. Something that's a little less AA impactful, maybe? What is the most modern destroyer in the game that isn't the Spokane New Shimi? Is it Ognavoy or Tashkent? I think it's Tash. Nah, we'll just go with Tashkent. That looks a little cooler anyways.
Kaido's America versus...
no, actually, no.
It'd be the German thing. The German cruiser from the last event.
I'm only talking modern destroyer for Russia. I'm not talking German, like, overall.
Fuck if I know.
Is Nushishimi the one with less 45s or more? Ooh. This camera speed is ridiculous. Those are the quad 40. They both get the quad 45s?
It'd be that squadron vehicle. The
Are you talking about
radar.
Lubeck?
Maybe it was the squadron vehicle with the radar and the fully automatic 20. But me and you both have it. It's that fucking one Russian premium.
Project 59?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully these don't drift too much. I really wish there was a way to set it so they couldn't, because the carriers don't get affected by that. I don't think the new ones got affected by the drifting. One, they're big and heavy, but I mean all ships will still drift in the ocean. It's just that I want the spawn to be consistent, because the other thing is too, only Air RB naval assets will actually go the speed that they're told to. For some weird reason in the Falklands mission, none of the AI will listen to a speed restriction, and it's really frustrating. Also, Marky, I'm doing pretty good.
He's on the verge of mental breakdown.
C-72AV, and I'm gonna buy the premium Yak 38. Now I'm poor and a scummy person. Ah, it's okay, man. I think it's actually gonna be a pretty memey combo for people who are competent at top tier. That is for sure. I really kind of wanted to advertise this everywhere so we get a good viewership going, but
And 12
I didn't even
people.
care. I only advertised it on. I only made an announcement on my server and on John's. I didn't even really care too much about anyone else's server. Most people will come flock to it and they'll be like, "What is this shit?" And I'll be like, "CDK," and everyone will be like, "Clay." Clay. And just dip.
One thing I'm surprised, like the aircraft carriers, these are really old.
This is Italian, by the way. The Aquila.
Wrong 20mm mounts, those are all German.
Yeah.
But I'm surprised with they're adding in the new carriers. Haven't bothered to.
Actually, you know what? Nah, let's go for it. Let's go for it. Screw it.
Because the older carriers would need a good rework or remodel.
Ash got rid of his self promo. I don't know why. Makes me sad. Also, what is wrong with Fly's server profile picture? What the hell is that?
I didn't even. I don't know, man. I'm not. That's like the one War Thunder server I'm not fucking on.
It's like a Furby or something. I don't know what the hell that is.
Who questions Fly anyway? No one talks to him, and he does his own thing.
Now that he's hit 1 million subscribers, he's the god. Fly is Javi from Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Just an epic beard and a hidden blade, dude.
Dude, I'm so waiting for Fly to do the same thing Baron did one day. Fuck this, I'm out.
I don't
Like,
know.
Baron reached like 2 and then he left. Fly's like at 1 mil, and he'll probably do the same thing when he reaches 2.
Eh. I mean, Fly likes War Thunder, but that's just up to him and what he wants to do.
Oh yeah, nah. When you could tell he was like losing the passion for the game in these videos, but still, it's like, I'm just gonna leave.
Well, I just think Baron just could do other things because he was dabbling in other games. Like, Fly didn't really do Men of War or anything. He didn't really go outside of War Thunder as much as Baron did. I mean, he did. I think he played with them. But Baron, like, went a whole nother direction. I don't even know. I've never personally spoke to either of them. So I have no idea.
Nah, it doesn't really
Also,
matter.
wait a minute. Are these all the same? It's all facing the same direction. My OCD is gonna drive me nuts. It doesn't look like they're pointing the same direction. His profile pic is an upside down roast chicken. No, I'm not working on Falklands, comedian. I'm not. This is a Denmark map actually. I want to do something with the Baku. So I think I might actually make 2 spawns. 2 Baku spawns. Whoa. What were the Baku? It's not even an assault carrier. There's 2 of them, right? No, that's Halo. Kiev class aircraft. It would just be Kiev and Baku, right? Subclass is Baku. Could just call one Kiev and one Baku. Sasita Bike is Netsov and Vikrant.
I don't know, Russia kind of stepped away from the aircraft carriers and just will like slap an aircraft carrier thing to the side of a cruiser and be done with it.
Yeah.
That's how you spell that.
Sometimes you wish the camera was faster, and other times you wish it was slower. Who's gonna feed the snail this update? I will. I was actually thinking, I'm on a weird point in my life right now. Really want to move out and get an apartment, but it's borderline unaffordable. There's my mom sent me this article the other day. I still haven't looked at. I'm an idiot. And apparently there's a aerospace facility they're building near me. It's actually kind of a drive. It's not really a drive. It's just that it's in a place where morning rush hour is probably the worst and the most dangerous around here. And my mom thought it was like an engineering like office building or something. No, it's like I'm pretty sure it's like an assembly line where they're going to be building aircraft components. I forget exactly what, but be something interesting. Actually, you know what? It's a whole nother lane. Yeah, let's put that over there. So, I mean, I need a full-time job. I mean, working seasonal work is fine, but there's no benefits. There's nothing. And considering COVID and presidential elections and Biden possibly locking us down again, I'm not really looking forward to losing my job again around the same time of year again. So, not really in the mood to deal with this bullshit again.
You guys are bitching over 4 weeks of lock. Fuck, we've been in lockdown since it started.
The thing is with New York, New Yorkers aren't gonna give a fuck. I mean, maybe New York City, where everybody pretended that COVID didn't exist on last Friday. But, I mean, on the other side of the state here, no one gave a fuck. I mean, when the lockdown happened, everybody went inside. People got sick. It kind of went through everybody. And I think 3 weeks in, I mean, I got sick in March. I got COVID in March. I had it for around 8 to 10 days. It was kind of lingering the last couple days, so I guess you could say it was 10 days. And, I think I want to say maybe 2 weeks after that. I mean, it was literally a ghost town. I went to go get tested a month later, and it was like the roads were still a ghost town, but it was like midday. But in the morning, like rush hour was like still kind of a thing. Like pretty much just the essential work. It was before the restaurants opened back up, but pretty much anybody who could work was outside. was like back to work. Anybody who had an essential job would work, and a lot of the nightlife, if you will, more evening side nightlife wasn't happening. But it was still happening, but it was a lot more than anywhere else in the state, like especially New York City. New York City struggled pretty much the entire year, up until maybe 3 months ago, up until summer.
It was always in the red. That was one thing I never understood. Why the fuck was Italy hit so hard with this?
Italy is the gateway to Europe.
Yeah, I know that, but I don't understand. Like, that's the one thing I don't understand. Like, if it went from China to the Middle East, and then went from the Middle East to China, to Italy, that makes sense. But it just was like boom here.
Well, there's still a lot of immigration going through Italy, from all the Syria and like all the Middle East shit. My dad never. We have a shit ton of my whole family's on my dad's side is practically in Italy, like the proper Italians, in Sicily and Italy. And we never really got a hold of anybody, and I think my dad talked to one of his cousins, but we never really heard much.
Yeah, no, that's no, but like how if you look at like the timeline of when this shit started, it hit every other country, and then Italy just went fucking nuclear with it. But they never explained how the fuck it happened. It was just boom, COVID's here, and it just took over. There was never like, oh, it didn't come from Greece or it didn't come from here. It just went straight to Italy. It's like, what happened there? Did
there's a lot of transportation connections in Italy. There's a lot of Italy is literally, if you're south of Italy or like kind of to the east, if you're going by boat, you're going up through Italy. You know, if you're going by train, there's a lot of trains that run in and out. Flights like Rome, I think Rome was still a pretty big hotspot. If I'm not mistaken. But I remember, yeah, Danny said that we have tons of contact with China for business. So yeah.
That's like the one thing the world's like never like explained is it's just like Italy's a fucking red hot zone. It's like, how the fuck did that happen? Because like, yes, they get a lot of immigration and most of their Muslim refugees are bunched up together, but it was never explained on how the fuck. Anyway, we should probably move on from this topic.
I don't know. I just don't want Co to fuck us over again, because to be honest with you, no one's buying it anymore. No one with a brain and a job is buying it. Let's put it that way. At least in my area. Will subs be coming to War Thunder? Probably in the future. I actually have the chance to spawn them in recently due to the event they held, but apparently on the dev server it actually broke the mission. I had to remove them, so I probably shouldn't have them anymore. Until they're permanently in the game, I can't really use them. You can tell them to dive with like waypoints and stuff, which is really cool, but they're not much use when controlled by AI.
I don't know, but submarines will be. Submarines in any game are the same question of will it be good or will it be bad? And World of Warships is looking at this question at the moment.
I kind of like how they're doing subs, but there doesn't seem to be much anti-sub like possibilities. Okay. Like the carriers still don't have anti-sub equipped planes, and things like dive bombers could carry subs. Because I have a feeling that would just make them irrelevant, and everybody would get bitchy and whatnot.
Well, naval-based Spitfires could carry depth charges. Same with F8Fs and F6Fs. but subs will be, let's like, oh, we just added battleships, and here's like a World War One dreadnought, and we also added in a 1960s nuclear capable submarine. Oh boy, I can't wait to get hit by a Mark 84 torpedo.
See, I can spawn in the Virginia, but you can't see it in the CDK. It's not technically supposed to be there. Also, this is the ARB Brooklyn. So, nice meme.
Someone's asking how you make maps.
How do I make missions more so than maps? Maps are something entirely different that I've never dabbled in and I will probably never do. And it's just kind of, I don't know. It's too hard to explain. Like, Gaijin doesn't have a good, the CD, it's not like the Arma 3 editor where it's like pretty straightforward. Things aren't named like easy, like it's not, there's no quality of life in the CDK. You have to, anything that you can do in the CDK takes twice as long as pretty much any other like mission editor I've ever known, which is bad. I don't know what ships I want. Might just use Helena and or Cleveland. Maybe in Atlanta. Just hate that the main guns start shooting and it just kills performance.
I should really download the first and second game of that.
First and what?
I should download Shadow of War and Shadow of War. I should buy Shadow of War and download Middle Earth. Because I've been really in the mood to play those. Oh, Shadow of Mordor and whatever the fuck the new.
I think I'm using a British carrier as a placeholder for an American carrier. It's a good meme. Honestly, Fort Atlantis doesn't seem like a bad idea. Four. Then column? Is that how I get them to? No. Wait, yes. Wait. No. 2. There we go. Shit. I hate that I can't see the ships like rendered after a certain distance. The forestalls are so big. I don't know. That's gonna be really close. I can't do that. There we go. Center that a little bit more. Yeah, it's about right. Warship searchlights. You know, it's actually really interesting. It's really hard to set that up.
They do exist though, because it was a week one of the War Thunder weekly events where it was a whole bunch of ships. You could take out Wellingtons and you had to bomb a convoy. Convoy just had so many
players had searchlights or AI?
AI had searchlights.
You know, it's actually really interesting. I kind of know how to do it, but I've never tried it before. So this is how it works, sort of. So basically, they make a big area, and then somewhere you can set up a trigger that involves searchlights, and you basically tell them to scan a certain area or to like pick up or track a target within a certain area, which is like really, it's kind of weird. They don't just kind of just exist. They have to be told. So like, say like if you've ever played like a single player, like a user mission, or like use the mission editor, which is like kind of hidden in test drives. Basically, there's just like a huge ass sphere that's like that big, and you kind of fly through it, all randomly generated. That I don't know how the hell they do that, but they do that. So it's kind of stupid.
Sometimes they mess up with it, and the spotlights will just like they'll just like lock onto you, and you can't see shit when they lock on.
Freaking blinding.
Like, why do I have 8 searchlights on me? I'm flying in the middle of the day. This is blind. It's like looking directly into the sun. They need to add that stuff to like airfields and stuff like that, and like night battles, to be like, oh, I see the enemy airfield. Then you just lit up, and it's like, oh,
I hate night battles in ARB, considering the spotting system exists. Either everyone can see each other easily, or no one can see each other easily. It's always been a half and half, and it drives me up a wall. Is this mission about taking down carrier groups? Honestly, I don't know yet. Oh, nice meme. Sometimes my keyboard doesn't light up when I hit caps lock, and that's kind of a rip.
If you wanted to make it like really hard, you could just slap like a whole bunch of Atlantas everywhere and
no.
good luck.
I don't want to kill performance. So, I could do this. Could make it an ARB mission where there's bombing points? Question mark. Or, and I don't know about this because Naval is very, very boring on this map. I did a video on it 7 months ago, maybe? No, not 7. Probably right before summer, I think. And there's a guy who tried making an enduring confrontation using this map, and Gaijin kind of copied the idea, but on a little bit of a smaller scale. I went to the store, ate dinner, made and ate dinner, and watched a movie, and came back, and I was in a Helena or Brooklyn, and I sailed from like the bottommost spawn point to the topmost spawn point. It's like 60 kilometers or something stupid. It took me like a couple of hours to sail, so like you kind of have to keep it like condensed in an area. So I could make this like a kind of ARB and naval combo, but I don't really know if I want to do that, because it would just be people battling in patrol boats in open water, and America doesn't really have many patrol boats, and the Russians kind of have modern destroyers. So I don't know. I think I might just keep it ARB only. Add God mode? God, no. Don't really want to add God mode. I gotta zoom out here. How far away are these? I swear there was a tool to measure the distance, but I don't think there is. Just bump my mouse. That seems pretty fair. So you can maybe just making it like coupled, like just a fleet battle, like a couple of different little American, very basic, just a couple of American fleets clashing with some Russian fleets, and just kind of go at it. Because naval AI accuracy is just ridiculously overpowered. Means I'm gonna delete these airfields. So you know it'd be really cool if we had anti-ship missiles. So like the K-29 can actually carry anti-ship missiles. That'd be really cool. So K-29's sneaking around, NEAC 38s and stuff. I don't think this mission is going to be too serious, but I think it'll be cool. Like just yeah, okay. So those are set. Is the spawn set properly?
Ooh. I gotta get that shit. Just to bully people.
Let's make helicopter spawn one at.
Thing's just Moskva but mean.
Shush, don't tell Flipstock. Okay. If Gaijin added an assault arcade mode for Navy, God help your computer. God help your computer. Just a wave of like 50 little ships just all spamming cannons at you, and you're just like, what the hell am I doing? That would not work. I still want to make a helicopter PvE mission, but I am not going to use the Vietnam map because placing positions and stuff and making tank battles happen is not good on that map. That map is not made very well. There's so much like jagged edges and all this extra brush, and it just makes weapons it's kind of just shit. I already tried it, and then I kind of made another assault mode when I wanted to make it on like on the Sinai tank map. That was kind of fun. I kind of want to like have an idea of what to make before I do the stream. So like with the helicopter one, I had no idea what I wanted to do, and that was like a really boring like 2 hours. But here I kind of have an idea. I could actually make, you know what? This is kind of this island's kind of in the middle actually. That might be interesting. Oh, that might actually. Could make a funny little map here. Actually, you know what? That might be pretty cool. That's what I'm gonna do. What if we make this full-on combined battles? Tank spawns on each side of this little island. Possibly Navy spawns. That would be kind of epic. Oh yeah, that might actually work. How's the terrain though? This would be really weird because you're using like main battle tanks on a little island. This is like an Arma 2 or not Arma 2, Arma Cold War assault island. It's just this little island in the middle of nowhere, but it's got like this full scale conflict going on. Oh, you know what I could do with this little dock? I could make it so whichever team captures this with tanks, they can then like spawn naval out of it, but that would be like kind of broken. Be kind of goofy. I kind of like the idea of. Ooh. Kind of like the idea of actually turning this into a little tank battle kind of map. This is like actually kind of a neat area to do that. Whoa. Oh wait, there's a port on either side of the. Actually, no, we can make this a naval map. Oh yeah. I think I know how to set up, what do you call it? There's like you know how in naval prep school how when you capture a port and during confrontation you can spawn there?
Yeah.
I think I know how to set that up. Height 80. Radius 1,000? 1,000-meter wide cap point slash cap. I mean spawn. Did they say that twice?
I was about to say, was that 10% in general chat?
Well, on Discord?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's on his phone. That would be kind of broken. Gaijin, write that down, write that down.
I need to stop watching these videos. They make me want to play the game.
What game?
World of Warships. I watch like the funny montage videos, which is to like, goddamn, I kind of want to play it now. But I know the second I'll play it, it's just shit ass.
I know. It's such a weird... You're like, oh, I really want to play World of Warships. And then you're like, never mind. This is garbage. And it's like, I want to go play War Thunder Naval. And then you're like, wow, War Thunder Naval is also garbage. I don't know what ship game to play. And then you go play something like Cold Waters or like that. Actually, no, I think Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts is still like in a beta or something, but they're just like, there's something missing.
There's just no good naval games, and like World of Warships was alright, but
World of Warships just went full fucking, let's try to be esports with naval vessels. Wow! Wow, that's gonna be great. That's not gonna backfire and make the game just a toxic wasteland of people who only play World of Warships have these ridiculously OP ships.
Yeah, well, if they wanted to be like that, then the only ships would be any good is anything American.
Because, like, this is like the thing, right? This is the thing that drives me nuts about World of Warships. You cannot make an arsenal ship bad. Because someone is going to be playing for hours and hours and hours and spending a lot of money getting like premiums and stuff and doing well and like, you know, and like competitive and stuff to be able to get that thing. If that thing is garbage, you're gonna have another fiasco like they did in World of Tanks a couple of times where like a lot of the clan battles rewards were shit, and then they were like, oh, let's not make this shit like the M60, and all of a sudden the M60 was like this absolute monster powerhouse main battle tank that for some reason the entry M48 patent wasn't. When does the update come out? I have no idea. Some people say it might be the 16th or the 17th because there was a 16th Easter egg on the Alaska map or something.
Oh, by the way, did you... this is like completely fucking off topic, but did you see that Halo 4's coming out?
When?
17th.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah,
hopefully it's like actually good, because the Forge on that was like really promising, and then it was kind of a flop.
Yeah. The game itself was a flop, but I didn't even notice it until like I was looking at my newsfeed and that the 4th Halo game comes out on the 17th, or the 18th for me, but it was still, it's like, oh, interesting.
I wonder what the distance is between these spawns. I was thinking of making this just an Araby mission, but looking at this island, it might actually be kind of fun to do naval. And or maybe just full-on tanks, but there's not enough players. Might make just a naval version and a tank version, because the Denmark map gets no love. Also, I like this comment from Fiero. I think the sea in World of Warships is just the sweat of all their players. That's probably true, honestly.
I don't know, it was an alright game when I started playing it, I just kind of gave up on it. There's only so much you can do. But it's like any multiplayer game, your team is just shit. War Thunder, shit team. World Warships, why the fuck is my team abandoned me? It's like, alright. It's like people just like low IQ gamers.
Low IQ gamers.
It's the people who play these games, the low IQ gamers.
I just like, I don't know. Like, I really wanted to get back into World of Warships, but there's just too. It's the problem. Everything is built off of a gimmick, right? And there's only so many gimmicks that you can give, and they were most definitely going to go and give the Russian battleships radar, and then they realized that Missouri was kind of fucking overpowered. Because you had something that could tank for the team and then spot destroyers for the cruisers to then annihilate, to then make the Missouri even stronger because it can't be rushed up on and torpedoed. So it was like, okay, maybe we shouldn't do this. And it just ended up just being an absolute god-awful shit show. Also, does anyone remember what the label was of the Yak 38 in the dev server? Like, was it labeled a fighter, a naval fighter? What was it? What was it labeled? Let me go back to my live stream.
Well, I was just looking at.
Nope, this is my shenanigans video. Wrong video. Let me go find when I went over the Yak 38. This tip, little slit.
Oh, here we go.
And I skipped to me talking about how the back of the Yak 38M looked like a fucking penis head. Shit. I gotta do like a really rapid shit, I don't know. Does someone have an idea? Did I just wait? Come on, Steel. Look at the damn card of it. I hate myself now.
Harry is a jet fighter naval aircraft.
In the frame that I unpaused it. You absolute assholes. This is what I'm gonna do. Set the playback speed to really slow. Jet fighter naval aircraft. Okay. Ha! Playback speed. Thank you, YouTube. Very cool. So, because I want the only things to spawn. So, in the CDK, carrier underscore take underscore off basically just means naval aircraft. And I think I kind of need fighter. Why'd you call me a cheater? Because I slowed down the speed on YouTube, Temperance? Really?
Yeah, you fucking cheated.
Now, I should just be a normal human being and just make a normal mission and not make it country oriented, but I kind of want to. I could even force what countries could actually be on each team, I think. Yes, I can actually do that. Oh man, I'm gonna be an asshole. Woo!
Wait, that make... I'm not even gonna question what this game fucking craft.
I could do something funny. I could put a Baku on both teams. And then a Forrestal on both teams. That would be really dumb, though. It would be nice. It would be nice if Gaijin put in a Kuznetsov or the other one, not the Kuznetsov. What was the other one on Google? The was it like Viagrant?
I don't know.
The Vikrant class. Oh, that's it's no, they gave it to India. Or did India just straight up make it? Even no, but that looks like it was Russian originally. It'd be nice if they gave them like an actual aircraft carrier, but it would be nice if they made because when they update the game, they actually also update the CDK to include some new things that they use on their end. It would be nice if they made VTOL a completely separate class, so I could literally restrict the Vaku to only VTOL and then put a normal carrier in to make it a little bit less asymmetric, but I think I'm going to just do this for now. Because, I mean, like, there's not really any Cold War ships for America, so it'd be kind of dumb to have a bunch of new Sashimis going around against... Yeah. Might want to scrap the naval idea now. Fuck it, we'll just go, you know what? We'll just go ahead and do it anyways. It's whatever.
That's fucking hilarious to watch. It's like, I'm just a simple destroyer getting close range to a German aircraft carrier. The secondaries unleash. I have made a grave mistake. Shit never gets old.
So silent. Yeah, I know, because I was trying to think. I gotta like think about it for a minute. I kind of want to turn this into a tank map. There's like actually some decent terrain here to use. Although that okay. Avoid the river. Oh man. Look at that. Look at that pristine Gaijin map making right there. That's hilarious. Alright, we need to plop down a bridge there. Good meme. Say that's about even, sort of. Maybe not. Actually, you know what? Save this for naval mode. I actually kind of want to make a tank map. Test out an idea that I have. Although I will save these capture zones. When am I ending the stream? Probably half hour, maybe. Or more. Kind of depends on when dinner's ready. Cause sorry, I had a yawn. My mom said she would be home around now. But if dinner's ready in an hour, then we'll just stream another hour here. So I was thinking of something really cool for tanks. So you know how in Naval there's the supremacy mode where basically more people have to be in the zone than the other team. I was thinking, like, I actually kind of made that with that one IDF versus Syria map on Tunisia. What if we had a game mode in tank battles that was a little bit more fast paced and basically almost the entirety of a tank map was a capture zone and everybody needed to be in that and fighting in that to win it. Kind of like, wasn't there a mode in World of Warships that did that? It was like a special event mode and like you had to, and there was like special power-ups and shit. I think that was a thing, sort of. I don't remember. You seem to be the only one talking in chat. There you go. What is the distance between these two towns? Can't be that much. Really? Okay, actually I can just measure it because I have a cap circle. So this is 1,000 meters roughly. Well, the radius is actually 1,000 meters. So probably like what, 1,200 meters between each town? What is this about? I kind of wanted to make a mission that was another like ARB type mission that it was mainly for VTOLs. But I've gotten sidetracked and now I kind of want to use the center island on Denmark as a tank map. But like still retain the spawns. My mom's making a beef brisket. It's in the oven upstairs. It takes like forever to cook. Oh, she just said leaving now. Turn it off. Leave in oven. Okay, I'll be right back. I gotta turn the oven off real quick. Oh wait, no, I forgot something. Real quick, hold on. Sorry, gotta go back again. Got some. Oh, let me tell you though, it smells good up there. Holy shit. I need some milk. He needs some milk. What if I just make a conquest over this big? That might be kind of fun. Let's make the cap. Well, it's 2,000. Holy shit. Never mind. That's huge. No, scrap it. Let's go back to making an air mission. Actually, I really don't even need to keep the things where they are. Ugh. Oh my god, it's 6 o'clock and it's dark outside. That's a big rip moment. Alright, this is what we're gonna do. Sverdlov doesn't even show up. Really? They didn't have its model and... Oh, no, the models just aren't showing to begin with. Okay. When's the release date of New Power? I don't know. Trust me, content creators are just as much in the dark as you guys when it comes to update releases. We might get a slight notice in advance, whether to like request test drives and stuff, but we don't know an exact date. To be honest, I don't even know if Gaijin knows. Also, you can see inside the compartments, which are like empty. Lol. It's really hard to make naval battles in War Thunder considering how basic Gaijin's AI is. If you want to know how to download the CDK, literally just Google War Thunder CDK download and you'll find it. Some people said that there was like a weird hint to November 16th on the Alaska map because during the live stream that Mike, I think it was Mike and Tom, I don't think it was the Russian guy's stream, I think it was the English stream, they chose Alaska for a really weird reason. They chose Alaska as like a test map to play on to show some things, and they kind of drove to a certain spot and people said that there was like a weird sign that said like November 16th or something, kind of hinting to the patch dropping then. So I don't know. Yeah, there's other signs too. Yeah, that's weird. I don't know. I honestly, from how the discussion has kind of gone on the content creator Discord between like content creators and like kind of sort of Gaijin spokespeople like Smin, I'm kind of feeling not this week, like next week or maybe more. Because Gaijin is, one, this is a big patch. Two, they're releasing it. They want it to be a new generation of console title as well. So, it's kind of like it's kind of important, really, that they like make sure that the update is solid and not gonna completely screw over their reputation. So that's kind of why like I feel like it's kind of a hit or miss. What reputation? Yeah. Really sucks that you can't group ships together collectively and get them to match a certain speed. Let's hope that the Sverdlov matches. I know this is kind of like a boring stream, but this is kind of CDK mission making in general. So this kind of substitutes the podcast I wanted to do, because people are on, but they just left their computers on. There's really no one I could have done it with that was on the dev server that can do it right now. Do I think War Thunder update ship sinking by splitting in two? I think they should do that. I mean, I don't know if they should do that. That might hurt performance, because that's probably more complex than you would think. Is the dev server still up? No. Oh my god, I forgot to change. I forgot to change the accuracy of the fleets. Ugh. For crying out loud. Where is Cleveland? Hello, Cleveland. Who's my friend in the background? That was Prepquil. Is he still? Are you still here? No, he's gone. When you're in streamer mode on Discord, it doesn't like give you any notifications when people join or leave. So I didn't know when he left. That doesn't even matter. Also, I'm pretty sure AI are not using. They don't. I think they use the fire extinguisher, but AI do not use the flooding thing. So when AI take damage, they're gonna sink pretty much no matter what, which is really funny. This is gonna be really funny. Where? Oh look, Arizona. Lol. Where's the Sumner? Did I pass it? There it is. Four of them. Division of 2. Give them that much room. It would be cool if like they split in half, but I don't know if Gaijin would even want to really make that a thing. To be honest, like I really want to make naval content, but it's not worth making content on. Like people who make naval content mostly, like Flipstug, they're doing naval content. Like there's no. This is gonna sound like really assholery. There's no market for naval videos in War Thunder. There's no reason to make content on naval, because I don't think it's ever gonna garner the kind of attention that tanks and airplane will. I genuinely don't. I sounded like a Gaijin employee. What, when I said that it's not worth it? Because I genuinely don't see a point in making naval content. I don't think it's worth making. I don't think it's entertaining. It's not like when I did my live stream of the first dev server, I mean, they didn't have the VTOLs and they didn't have what was it? Now, they didn't have the VTOLs in the T90, so there like wasn't an extra maybe like 20 minutes of like stream, like entertaining that I could do. So I mean, I remember I think I had like nearly 450 or 500 viewers, and then the second I went to Naval, I looked at the view count and it dropped within like 5 minutes to like 150 people. Like with a stream like this, I don't expect like much of a viewership, but like when I was making, you know, when you're making dev server content, you expect a pretty decent following. But the second that I touched Naval, everybody left because it's not like, who cares? Oh, I think Mom's home. What? Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. Yeah, I did. I turned the oven off. Man, making naval missions is really kind of boring. There's really not much attention to detail you can be doing. Ooh, shit. Just hit my keyboard. I feel like even if they make ships in War Thunder better, World of Warships still have them beat. Hit point damage system works a lot better. Yeah. Naval combat, look. Naval enduring confrontation. Naval enduring confrontation is not action packed. Like, I like naval AC. That's like the only way ships can be played. I mean, naval combat was not exciting. It was boring. It took forever, and it was like hell on earth if you got hit. So, I mean, it's never PT. Okay, Gaijin kind of had it right when they did PT boats. Like things like the Nushishimi, like Cold War destroyers, like the Nushishimi, where they're like still World War II destroyers, but they just have like cooler weapon systems and stuff. Like they're a little bit more modern. Makes sense. Like the game should have ended at destroyers in like Cold War boats and frigates, like the Lubeck and stuff. Because they're still, gunboats can still kill them, although they're gonna die instantaneously. But like, it was a little bit more action packed. But the problem is that the naval, just the combat system of naval is just so garbage. So, ooh, my caps lock on. Is it set indication? I can't even remember how to mark targets. No, it's unit mark. I think. Is it? I can't save it now. Wait, what? Airfield sit? No, I don't want airfield. Unit mark. Shit. Yeah, but, you know, that's the thing. There may have been a big demand for bigger ships, but that's just people's hype and their imagination. And to be honest, I think people were suggesting bigger ships coming from a World of Warships perspective. Like, I don't really think people understand that how naval combat is. Like, PT boats seem the most logical for a video game. They're fast. You can kill each other really quickly. Kind of depends on who shoots first. And with the destroyers, you know, you can pretty much flatten half of the surface crew with you know, a small little PT boat. And I mean, when they added destroyers, it was ridiculous, but Naval was rushed. There was too much. The damage modeling is not sorted out. The armor was not sorted out. The base, the building blocks of the mechanics in Naval were not just working. They're not. How do you put it? They just weren't there. They went to destroyers before they even had baseline mechanics for module destruction, which, don't get me wrong, PT boats are really weak, but when they added the destroyers, they didn't really focus on getting it right. They just kind of were adding more and more destroyers. They should have just added like the Clemson and stuff, and then figured out how I don't know how to put it. Figured out how the crew health mechanics, the module mechanics and stuff would work before they went on to bigger ships, and they didn't do that. And now here we are with cruisers, and they've kind of done it, but now it's all over the place because things can easily die. Like, most of the time I see Flipstug making feedback suggestions about stuff with Naval. Like, he wants to know, like, what is the rule behind crew being killed. Like, he had a clip I remember seeing the other day where he shot, I think it was like a Pensacola or something, in the side, and apparently the guy had 24% crew left, and apparently 24% of the crew were all in the boiler room. So he just, like, Gaijin really hasn't made a good understanding of how the mechanics of Naval work, and it's just kind of not there. So Naval from the get-go was just never really gonna work if the mechanics weren't there before they went on to bigger stuff. And like, the other thing I saw coming after playing the beta, because they did the reset of people's progress with the PT boats, Naval is not rewarding to play. This is the other thing. This is why PT boats are probably the better option. Gaijin's monetization style is a little bit more around like fast-paced stuff, right? So the way you grind is, you know, you play lots of games. Well, if you have to play a lot of games in Naval, and each game is 30 minutes or more, and it's very slow-paced, and you play a 30-minute game, you do really well, because you're thinking like it's World of Warships. You're thinking like, okay, I just did really well for what is basically like a really good game of World of Warships. Like, killed a bunch of people, got a bunch of damage, and carried the team. And you get out of the game and you have premium time. This is I'm basically giving you my experience, right? I had premium time. You know, I had the premium count. I had an SL and an RP booster on. I was top of the team, 13 kills, 70,000 damage, 3 caps, but I lost because it was right after the Freccia came out, and I was using the Italian PT boats, and I was carrying the team, but because everybody else was just somebody who bought it in Naval and didn't really have a lineup, and they were all playing the Freccia, and they all die instantly, they didn't really continue, so my team lost. And I played for 30 minutes, carried the team, still lost, and I came out with premium time and 100% RP and SL boosters, and came out with 4,000 RP, and I'm researching the first destroyer at the time. I mean, now, like, the battleships, they had to restructure Naval. Like, they knew they knew that it wasn't gonna work, because what's the point in playing PT boats if you can't research non-PT boats efficiently? So you're kind of forced to slave your way into destroyers. If you like the Blue Water fleet, or the Blue Water and the Coastal fleet or whatever, I forget the names of the tech trees, but say you want to play the patrol boats and not the destroyers and the bigger ships, you could play that. But if you wanted to play the bigger ships, you had to go through the little patrol boats, and it just didn't work. You make nothing. See you later, Martin. Is it only me who hates that now you can't use... Yeah, okay, I saw that comment, that's why I just did that rant. Imagine not adding the ship you used in the Alpha Beta Ahem Italian ship. Yeah. Do I think the M1A2 will be able to compete in the new top tier meta? Hell no. The only thing that the Abrams has going for it is MPAT. And like, what, the third or fourth and best round in the game that can pretty much destroy most tanks very easily, except Soviet MBTs that have Contact 5, which is kind of how everybody basically is in the same boat. But considering that America plays against a lot of other NATO nations a lot, it's a pretty good round. But against the Soviets is absolutely not worth it. No, the M1A2 got stripped of its thermal generation down to Gen 1. It lost the driver's thermal. Because I believe that was like all a set package, Abrams. Also, why aren't you doing my damn waypoint game? Come on. That's why I don't like doing naval stuff. It's really annoying. Everything is so waypoint focused. Can I view War Thunder first ship trailer? Something still bugs your mind. What, the first ever naval trailer? Or I'm not gonna look at it regardless, but instead of doing this. Come on, place down the damn waypoint. Thank you. Holy shit. And yeah, there should be more RP and SL when you get hits. I mean, is damage in naval even matter? To me, it doesn't seem like it has. The introduction of naval. I mean, I honestly don't even care. I don't hate naval, and I don't like naval. I'm disappointed in naval, if that makes any sense. Like, genuinely, like, I don't hate naval. I hate that it's not worth playing. That's literally... I don't care about hit point issues. I don't care about all this little micromanagey shit that, I mean, no offense to people who do naval content mainly, but I could care less about most of the shit that they bitch about. Because at the end of the day, if it's not even worth playing the mode, how do you expect people to care about it if it's not worth playing? I mean, you could argue, because people will be like, well, if it's broken, you know, people aren't going to play it. Well, it's not... Naval isn't broken. It's not broken to play. It's just not rewarding to play. I mean, yeah, you get blapped, but I mean, if you think about it in real life, if you got hit by a full salvo from a Helena at like 3 kilometers every 6 seconds... like, you're not going to be alive. Like, War Thunder is already being as forgiving as it possibly can. So I mean, that's just kind of my opinion on Naval. Like I said, I could care less about a lot of the little things that Naval YouTubers bitch about. Not naming names, but I am insinuating certain people. I mean, I've played a decent amount of Naval. I own the entirety of America practically, except like the Cleveland and the Asheville, because of the way the current tech tree. I was trying to grind Italy, but it's just so ungodly boring and not rewarding. It's not rewarding to play for 30 minutes and earn nothing. Because in the time that it takes me to play one Naval match and barely earn anything towards a tier 3 or 4 ship, I can go play any tank battle rating and grind half of a tank at anything at like World War II tier. Like if I could go play a Tiger match, a couple of Tiger matches, and research something a decent more amount, and like just around about the same amount of time, considering the more fast-paced nature of some of those matches. Like I said, I mean, I'm not naming names, but it is. Oh, I found the right word. I'm thinking of it now. The right word is petty. A lot of the complaints are very petty. It don't matter right now. I hate to say that, but it's true. These waypoints are driving me insane. Why won't they work? Work, asshole. Oh, now then you magically work. You son of a bitch. This is gonna be really goofy, isn't it? Yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying basically, is the core mechanics, yeah. I mean, well, is RP gain, is the grind really a part of the core mechanics? It's really not. It's just Gaijin not turning up a multiplier over time spent in a match. Like, I guarantee you, people with battleships are people that are just going to GE them, and they're going to stomp everyone else and just make the grind horrible if the grind doesn't improve. I know Gaijin changed some of the reward multipliers, but in my opinion, it's just not enough. Like, genuinely. It's genuinely just not enough. What are these waypoints? Oh, is it for the carrier group? Don't want those anymore. This is just gonna be like a really mild battle. Like, see, it takes a long time to like really make mission. Like this stuff is like super tedious because it's just the CDK, like I said, is not quality of life. As like, that's like not its main goal. Its main goal is to just drive you insane and piss you off. Air is actually the easiest to grind. It has like, planes have really high modifiers. They just recently, I think it was in one of the economy changes, either right before or in the middle of the Raining Fire patch, they lowered repair costs across the board for a lot of tanks, mainly focusing on top tier, and everyone, including me, was celebrating it. And then after a little while, I soon realized that there was still a catch to it, and I thought there actually wasn't, but there was a catch. RP and SL gain was kind of generally lowered, like the multipliers were lowered. So yeah, I mean, there was a monkey's paw to it, and kind of wish there wasn't, but that's what happened. They didn't really lie to people. They just kind of didn't make that a priority, if that makes any sense. Am I able to make 2 respawning enemy forces fight each other like AI? Sort of, but the respawn mechanics of AI are really weird. They'll just kind of respawn in their place and not really a certain place. Yeah, that's the thing. Kill stealing is really annoying in Naval too. I noticed that. Also, because you can't really model fleet formations, this is going to look really freaking stupid. And I'm honestly probably just wasting my time and would have been better off just tweaking other missions. But I'd have to wait again until the patch comes out. Really don't know what to make. It's kind of annoying. Like when I made the Falcons mission, I like had a really good idea in my head. But for this, I'm kind of just messing around and just kind of a chill stream. I've been not really in the mood to actually play War Thunder. Like been playing a little bit of Britain, but I can't grind Britain. It's so boring, and I can't grind Germany because it's too easy. That's the truth. It's way too. I mean, I can use the C2 Maxis and the Leopard L44 all day, and it's too easy. It is too boring. It's so easy mode. I can't. I hate it. I hate grinding Germany. It's too easy. Even playing Tigers, like, you just take it slow and take your time. It is overwhelming. It took me that Suez mission that everyone thought was a Gaijin map. Took me a week and a half to make, and it took a week just to get the basics down. That was literally. Actually, no, that's a lie. The mission that I made before that, the mission that I played on the dev server, not my Falcons mission, my other mission called Operation Rising Dawn. That mission was originally just a couple of AA positions and an airfield and an aircraft carrier, and that was pretty much it. It was the first mission that I kind of learned how to use the CDK from. I've asked other people who use the CDK for little advice. You have to literally just download the CDK, mess around with things, and kind of try to make yourself understand it, because the tutorials are not gonna work. But I mean, actually, while I have the time here, I'm gonna show you. So if you go to here, wiki.warthunder.com, there's the CDK wiki, and it shows you little tutorials, creating missions, creating locations. I haven't even touched. I don't even care. I don't even want to. That's how you make like custom maps, like areas, not missions based off of levels. So locations are the maps in War Thunder, like Denmark, Tunisia, Stalingrad, Saipan, stuff like that. Missions are like battle mode, conquest, domination, break, all that stuff. Need some stupid height map that isn't normal. Yeah, Boris the Blade was a guy who made a map. He called it, I think he called it Spring Awakening or something. It's based off of somewhere in, I think, Western Russia. And it took him like forever to make it. And him making that location in like a little user mission to kind of show it off drained him of War Thunder, because I think he kind of realized, and honestly, I'm kind of thankful that I went into the CDK, because it kind of shows you how much of a pain in the ass Gaijin has to make maps and missions. Like, I think him realizing how just absolutely ridiculous and redundant their tools are, kind of made him realize, like, this game is never going to be as good as he thought it would be. Now, I mean, you could argue with War Thunder 2.0, the game is going to shape up to be something a little bit more special, which it probably is. But at the end of the day, I mean, what you're looking at right now, this is using Dagor 3.0. In the top left, you can see, if you're on your phone, it might be hard, but it says DA Editor 3X. This is using Dagor 3.0. This is using 3 engines ago. I mean, this tool is severely outdated. So it's just not gonna work. Like, I already made a suggestion to improve the CDK, like to actually genuinely overhaul it to where it's a lot more accessible. Because like, you guys, if you played any Steam game that is more sandbox oriented, like for example, Men of War Assault Squad. This is actually a pretty good example. Men of War Assault Squad, if you play it, I should specify Men of War Assault Squad 2 is a very simple game. The single player is simple. The missions are simple. The game mechanics are simple. If you play vanilla Men of War and you do every single campaign mission and then you go play a bit of multiplayer, unless you're a really hardcore fan of the multiplayer, you're probably going to play it for like a couple of weeks. Not even. Men of War's Steam Workshop and all of the mods and all of the, like the Warhammer 40k mod, the Cold War mod before they made the shitty Cold War sequel. I'll get into that in a minute. Halo. There's even like a Stalker mod, which is pretty interesting. They all get in, like the realism mod, you know, complete rebalances, defense missions, all that stuff. The community kept the game going, and the game practically has been alive for, I mean, I don't know when Men of War Assault Squad 2 was released, but even the previous game probably. I never played the previous one, but like, it gave the game an extra couple of years of life for sure. But the developers went and did the Ostfront DLC, which was basically stealing Rob's realism mod, I believe it was. I think it was Rob's, or no, sorry, I think it was the German Soldiers mod. Basically ripped a mod maker's mod and sold it as a DLC. And then, so that guy couldn't complain, and basically they kind of wanted to kill the game to sell their Cold War remake, because they realized that people liked the Cold War mod and people liked conversion mods. They basically made it so that mods were broken. They completely overhauled something, and they flipped a kill switch and basically made all mods, whether it was just a simple mission, completely broken. Like, things were just broken. And it killed Men of War. I mean, they finally shut down their servers, like, I want to say a couple months ago. So you can only play with your friends, like, peer-to-peer. There's no dedicated servers to play with random people anymore. They completely wiped that game clean. So War Thunder CDK is really interesting. If you're dedicated to it, like I am with making missions, you can get good missions and fun times in custom battles. But if this system doesn't get improved and people, like, the only thing that really entertains a lot of people, I feel, is custom skins. If mission making in custom battles was so much more polished, there's a lot of custom battle options that I could go into that need to be there. And on top of other things like spawn points and stuff. If mission making was a lot easier and more accessible for people, this game would get an extra 2 years out of it by default. Because there's so many people that would have the talent to make missions. But like you see me here, it's just taking forever for me to want to do some basic shit. Also, hello, Chris. And do I think the update will be this week or next? I think it'll be next week. Yeah, some Ace Combat style PvE missions would also be really cool. I could actually do that at some point. I actually wanted... Okay, this is an idea that I wanted to make, but is not possible. I wanted to make a mission similar to the Stonehenge defense mission in Ace Combat 7. But you don't really have the custom objects in order to make that happen. Also, I gotta do this now. Wonderful. Although I don't really think it matters, but I kind of wanted to see just in case. This mission that I'm making, that you're watching me make, is like not going to be ready anytime soon. This could be entirely scrapped, I don't know. But for right now, I don't really see it being playable. Especially next patch. Yeah. I mean, if you think about it, the game has its lifespan extended by players in certain aspects. Like, people made, what was it? Things like the TA-154 were user-made. There was a lot of user-made models that have ended up coming into the game. There would not be supersonic jets in War Thunder as recent as they were if not for the guy who made the F-100 model. I mean, literally, whoever, I don't know who it was, made a model of the F-100 and made it go supersonic, although there was no supersonic effects in the game, really. Its flight model was definitely busted because the physics just weren't there. But that guy made that, released that, and then within months, Gaijin released the F-100 and the MiG-19. It could have been completely coincidental. But, like, I mean, supersonic jets. And then people programmed missiles using that F-100 model. And then, boom. The missiles came with the F-100. Like, he made the F-100 model, and then I remember like a couple weeks later, somehow used, I think it was like HFARs or something, and made them missiles, programmed them to be missiles, some weird janky way, and then we had supersonic jets with missiles. Like, it was like no brainer, you know? I'm trying to think what else, actually. I think even something with tanks. I know they did the April Fool's event, but I think somebody made a main battle tank before then. And then we had main battle tanks. Like, the community, some talented people have kind of actually kept this game going and have given Gaijin ideas. Like, even, like I said earlier, with Naval EC. There was a guy who made a Naval EC Denmark mission. I made a video on it, kind of brought it to light, and then for this recent EC test, they used Denmark. And it was very similar to the guy who made the Denmark mission, although it was much more contained. But it still had, like, the baseline of what he was going for there. I'm kind of done making this mission for now. Kind of want to touch up on another map real quick. And then dinner probably should be ready. Let's do I want to work on this? No, I'm gonna save that for another time-lapse video. I'm gonna change the Falklands map around for an actual time-lapse video at some point. Where is it? It's gonna be in this one. Yeah, like my friend Zero made the F-14 model. How long do you think it's gonna be until we have a Tomcat in the game? I mean, you know, like. And the Terminator, and the Lightning, I forgot. Yeah, the Lightning was also a model. The old school helicopter battles was much better. Although, I mean, there was still a lot of people spawn camping each other. Actually, you know what? You just kind of gave me a brilliant idea. You just gave me a brilliant idea. So remember how I wanted to make a PvE mission with helicopters? The mission that they made for CBT was basically an ARB match with both teams being in helicopters, but I feel like if I could ask for a copy of that mission, if it still exists, I might actually be able to make a PvE mission based off of the already borderline complete mission that they made. Like if they somehow have a mission file somewhere, I might actually be able to do that. I like in Arma and stuff, it was always easier for me to piggyback off of other people's creations than it was to make my own from scratch. I have a really hard time brainstorming from scratch, unless I have a really, really good idea, like the Falcons mission. But like the past 2 hours I've been streaming, past 2 hours I've been streaming has been like really not that great. Which I apologize if it was really boring for some of you, but where is it? This should be my most recent version. Whoa, my god, that's sun. What video was how you found me? The Tomcat video or CDK video? Or not CDK video. What was I thinking? I don't know. Like, I actually talked to Smin. Oh, the heli mission? Yeah. Like, I actually asked Smin, I was like, if I make a PvE mission, would Gaijin actually consider? He's like, if you can bring us something that is decently complete, I could pass it along. And that's why I did that live stream. But that ended up just being an assault mode repeat. So, this is going to be the game plan. This is what I'm thinking of doing so far, because winter is almost here in full swing. I will be a lot busier with work. Gaming content related to War Thunder is most likely going to be limited to what I ask for test drives. And I'm going to try, and when the update comes out, I'm going to try and fix the Falklands mission. A friend of mine actually made a PowerPoint to kind of give me a better idea for units and stuff. So I'm going to change that around according to that and might make that a time-lapse video. But the Falklands mission is pretty much done. I'm just going to tweak it. And I'm going to actually try and brainstorm a proper heli PvE scenario. And we'll go from there. But that might actually take quite a bit of time, because I mean, with my Falcons mission, there's a lot of like mission complete stuff, like triggers and stuff that I've never tried before, and like every time I make a mission, I'm slowly becoming more and more familiar with different options to do things. So that's kind of where I'm at. And to make a heli PvE mission that relies, I mean, if it's really scripted, it's going to take a long time, but if it's a little bit more freeform, that's kind of where like it would kind of it'd be half and half of how well I can do something. If you think about it, the update before they started getting crazy with MBTs and stuff was an engine update to ground textures and stuff. Now we got these air graphic updates. Gets me thinking. Yeah, that is true. Calling F14 to make 23 in 2.1 or 2.3. Yeah. I don't think it would be next update. I think it would be the update after. And funny enough, I've been really accurate with my predictions for the past year and a half. I've been really accurate with my predictions. Like, I predicted, what was it? APS. Try to think. Radar missiles. I predicted radar missiles around the time that, like, right before we got radar, like before they announced the update. Like I'm pretty certain I called radar missiles. I called APS and like what MBTs would be in the game. And laser warning systems. Like I've been pretty correct about a lot of updates. I've also been wrong, but bye, Chris. See ya. Thanks for the good luck. So I have a feeling, I mean, we have VTOLs. So, and oh, that's another thing. I kind of called VTOLs too. Way back. Like way back, like beginning of 2020. My friends and I were talking, and we were wondering about War Thunder 2.0, and we were all thinking of mechanics. And my friend Temperus, who was in the stream chat earlier, predicted battleships. He's been kind of wrong, but like he predicted battleships to be within 2.0 or the patch before. So technically he's right, but he kind of called it way too early, but that was just a stupid conversation either ways. Temperus called battleships. I called VTOLs at the beginning of 2020, as well as him calling battleships. Like, like the fact that it was like that on cue was pretty hilarious. Where's the See, why in this mission are the CVs shown there, but they are definitely not there? That's really weird. Yeah. What? Wait a minute. Huh. I don't know why these carriers are like that. That's kind of annoying to me. That they're, goofed up. Why are you there? Why the hell did it... What? Why were they... Okay, that was weird. Where the hell is the other aircraft carrier? What? These little PT boats move, which is annoying. That was 3 units. Yeah. Literally all I wanted to change was like a couple little things, but again, I'm probably gonna have to reserve it for... Alright. That's literally all I wanted to change for right now. And dinner is ready, so yeah. I think I'm gonna call the stream here. Thanks for stopping by, guys. I apologize if it was a bit boring, but this is the CDK brainstorming at work. Sadly, I didn't get to do a podcast episode today. I really wanted to do that. What is tomorrow? Is tomorrow Friday or Thursday? Tomorrow's Friday. My dad is off tomorrow. Oh boy. Let's hope I don't get any interruptions. Try to do a podcast episode tomorrow and have it uploaded Saturday. Don't know if that's gonna happen. Don't even know if I'm gonna work tomorrow, actually, because it's supposed to be really cold. My boss hasn't said anything. I hope I don't get called at 3 in the morning. Yeah. I really... If I have the time tomorrow... See, I don't really feel like throwing videos together. Like, I'm kind of like... Okay, this is the thing. Right before I go, another mini rant real quick. To, like, the 13 people watching. So, when I'm waiting for a patch to drop, I get really... not demotivated. I just don't want to play War Thunder because I'm like basically bracing for impact. I don't know if that's true for anyone else. Like, I really need a grind SL right now. Like, I'm broke. I don't even think I can ask for like a decent... I actually probably could ask for a decent chunk of SL, but I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm like just kind of preparing for the update. But tomorrow, if I don't really... Actually, I might hang out with my friend tomorrow, but yeah. I'm probably just going to play a couple of matches tomorrow as Britain, but if I had the time to stream again, I could probably stream just me grinding. So I might stream tomorrow, might make a video tomorrow or a podcast, but we'll have to see. So yeah. Alright guys, that's it for me. So take care. I'll see you guys later.